One of the many outcomes that the COVID-19 pandemic brought with it over the past year has been a desire by many people to acquire a pet dog or cat. So much so that in some places, the supply of dogs and cats for adoption has been tight. The agencies that seek to match up people and pets have also had to work through their own set of restrictions stemming from the pandemic. Down at the Second Chance Animal Center in Arlington, Kathy Komar, the shelter's executive director, told us how the facility had coped with the pandemic and how the supply of cats and dogs, and the humans who want them, was playing out.
We always have a lot of people contacting us all the time about adoptions, and some actually go through and some don't go through because you got to have a good connection, especially with a dog. But what we did see is we suddenly, for the first time ever, had a very lengthy waiting list for kittens. A lot of people wanted kittens this year. And so our kitten waiting list was sometimes 4 to 6 weeks people had to wait. Once they were approved for adoption, they would have to wait a good month and a half to 2 months before they were able to get a kitten. And even though we had less people working last year, the number of cats that we brought in were only 50 less than we brought in 2019. So we brought in almost the same number of cats and kittens and did almost the same number of adoptions last year that we did the year before. There was for our dogs, it slowed down a bit. We did have some people who were interested in dogs, but that connection with the dog is so important that if we don't think it's the right fit and the adopter doesn't think it's the right fit, that dog will stay here until we do find that right fit. So some of our dogs ended up staying a little bit longer than they normally would have. But I think there were so many animals available at so many shelters and rescues that people were able to pretty quickly find what they were looking for last year. So our spay-neuter clinic, that's still going on. We even expanded it last year, which is great. We also do dogs here at the shelter for the public. Last year we had to cancel our vaccine clinic that we normally do in the spring month. And we're going to try to get that on the schedule the next couple of months. It's going to be all outside, drive-through. We're hoping if maybe things work out and we can open that door even more by the end of the summer, start to do some more activities in the community and start getting out there again so that people remember who we are and what we do and maybe want to, join us as volunteers. Our cats have really missed our volunteers. That's been sad. Luckily, we've had a handful of volunteer dog walkers who have come in on a regular basis, and our surgical assistant is a volunteer once every couple of weeks, so she's now back here helping us too. So we're looking forward to seeing people again.
You can also visit Second Chance's website at 2ndchanceanimalcenter.org for more information. For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.